Hi everyone, I'm Chang-hee. As a final assignment of this class, I conducted a literature review study, and the title is Exploring the Relationship of Printed Text Comprehension, Hypertext Comprehension, and Multiple Document Comprehension. So, these are the contents of this study. So as a key finding, I will introduce about printed text comprehension, hypertext comprehension, and multiple document comprehension. And there will be personal takeaways, and questions and critiques, and possible gaps and next steps. And let me tell you about some introduction of this study first. So the reason I'm interested in printed text comprehension and hypertext comprehension and multiple sources comprehension is that all these things are related with online research and comprehension. So all these things can be a good theoretical framework for explaining online research and comprehension. So that's why I conducted literature review about that. So first of all, it's a printed text comprehension. So the representative model of printed text comprehension is the construction integration model of text comprehension by Kinchi and his colleague. So according to this model, multi-level process occur range from low-level process to high-level process. And these processes work together simultaneously, but meaning is represented at different levels. The first level is decoding process, which means a surface representation of the word and sentence. And the second one is text-based model. It means the representation of the meaning of the text in the text level. And situation model is general representation of what is described by the text, incorporating outside background knowledge. So in the text-based model, propositions are interrelated with complex network and make some structural kind of microstructure and macrostructure of the text. So let me briefly introduce some example of the propositions. So these are the propositions of this sentence, and each proposition have meaning the relationship of the propositions is a key to comprehend the sentence. So relationships among propositions are often signaled by cohesion markers, but if there is no cohesion marker, a reader have to infer about the relationship between the propositions. If the reader can make the text-based model successfully, but the text-based model remains close to the text only. So reader have to integrate this text space with his or her prior knowledge or his or her experience to fully understand the text. So reader must construct a situation model. So forming a situation model refers that making an integrated knowledge structure that may be stored in long-term memory and later retrieved for further use and updating. Now let me talk about hypertext comprehension. Hypertexts are information systems in which the contents are organized in an interrelated network and nodes. And hypertext is explained by the extension of CI model. And the feature of hypertext is, first one is navigating, and the second one is flexibility, not a non-linearity. Since reading a hypertext means the reading a hypertext network, so there is a greater navigation road on the reader in the hypertext reading than with linear text. And non-linearity no longer is a feature of hypertext because there is no actual boundary about that. What I mean is that hypertext can have a linearity also. So many researchers suggest the concept of continuum of flexibility of the information process. So navigate strategy is important in hypertext to maintain coherence, and readers' background knowledge and skills are also important, and contextual cue is also important. For making efficient hypertext, the author should provide structural cues and coherence, and readers should have expertise on the comprehension of hypertext. And let me explain multiple document comprehension then. Multiple document comprehension is also explained as an extension of CI model. So in addition to the text-based and situation model. The document model suggests intertext model and situations model. Intertext model is related with the document node, which is including the information about the author and document and rhetorical goals. It's related with about the source information. So sourcing and corroboration is important when the reader read multiple documents, and some researchers suggest MD trace model, which is based on the document model. It focused on the specific task, and it suggests 5 steps for comprehending multiple documents. So these are my personal takeaways. Through this literature review, I could get to know the overall concept of online research and comprehension, and so I can get to know the main feature of online text in online research and comprehension activities is hypertext and multiple document. And readers require more cognitive capacity since readers have more cognitive load when they comprehend the text and strategies for solving the problem. And what I thought is the text as a continuum of flexibility depending on how much the information access and accessing order are more flexible. And multiple document comprehension or hypertext reading can have a positive or effective impact on student learning. So this subject should be researched. So my question and critics are first I think negative perspective on learning with online sources is how to reflect the current situation, because there have been a lot of researches focused on the connection between these online sources and learning instruction method and some kind of practical approaches. And also I wonder that there is research about the online research and comprehension activities from a different point of view. And as a possible gaps, these kind of research are needed in South Korea. And the classroom of South Korea, pedagogical content knowledge and pedagogical concern is needed to help our students. As the next step, I will review researches on online research and comprehension from a social cultural perspective. Thank you so much.